Welcome to the tier list. Today we're going to rate every TF2 weapon in this tier list, in my opinion. Let's begin. The Kritzkrieg is just going to go into D tier. The reason why is because without its proper Urbu charge, you basically die, which was what happens to me all the time. And sometimes the crits don't even. Well, they work. It's just that sometimes you just pop them out at the inappropriate time and you get punished severely by losing your Uber. Next weapon, Man Treads. It's going to go into C tier. Not as bad as the Kritzkrieg, but still kind of terrible. It's only good for Goomba stomping or doing a funny loadout that I'm not going to say until later. The Huntsman, I would say B plus. The Huntsman is good if you want to play a slightly more aggressive playstyle for sniper, basically. Instead of camping in the battlements of Two Fort, you can just run on the bridge and help your team capture the intelligence or something like that. Though it's not recommended, you could do it. Liberty Launcher, it's going to go into D tier. Yeah. Its one upside, well, its two upsides is the increased projectile speed and clip size increase, but, actually going to go into F tier because it's massive damage penalty, which sets it back. The Couver, I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyways, it's Sniper's stock melee weapon. It's just going to go into B tier. It's literally just plain. It's plain. The Power Jack, I don't use it much. It's going to go into C tier though. It's kind of terrible. Sure, it makes you move faster as Pyro, but its downsides are not really worth it. I'm just going to say that. Alright, now let's look at the Jag. Wait, no, this is not the Jag. This is the, Shit, I forgot. It's the bleed damage wrench. It's, I say it's A minus tier. It's pretty good for damage. It's pretty good if you want to be aggressive but run out of ammo. Also, just stay away from pyros. Like, seriously, like, that downside is basically just there for there to be a downside. The Wrangler deserves to all be up here. It is the holy grail of engineer weapons. It will help your sentry get out of fights more quickly, and you can make it friendly. Ah, yes, the beautiful hot hand. It's going to be an E tier, not F tier. Not the completely shit tier, but the polished shit tier. Because it's a funny weapon. That's what saves it from being completely terrible. The Liberty Launcher is not really that fun for me. Ah, yes, the Sandwich. It would have to go into B plus tier. While it is really good for heavy, in my opinion, there are better lunchbox options. However, it does give you like 200 health when you eat it, so that's cool. The SMG for sniper, you know what? It's gonna go into just B. It's very middle of the road, but it is kind of fun to not use your sniper rifle and just use the SMG. Ah, yes, candy cane for scout. You know what? I don't use it much, but it's gonna go to C tier. Free health is really fucking good. Really fucking good. The stock scattergun, it's gonna go to A tier. It does a lot of damage. It's fun as hell. That's all I have to say. Well, actually, no, A minus. You know what I mean. I'm gonna skip reskins. No reskins. Um, I would have to say to put this on A plus tier. Sure, you get less healing, but you do fuck more damage. And as a bonus, you get to do like you get more health from health packs. So this is like you don't need a medic, basically. Ah, yes, cozy camper, cozy camper. It's gonna go to D tier. I don't use it often. It's not fun. Its upside is like I guess it's it's just a really shitty conch. You can't. It's not even a ban. It's the conch, but you can't blow the horn and get your buffs. Basically. All right. The overdose. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but it has to go to D tier. It's I used it. I die all the time. Sure, it's kind of fun, but oh boy, nothing can save it except for its looks. But that's about it. Backscatter. It's going to go to B tier. Basically, it's like if you want to play spy, but you don't want to play spy, so you just play scout instead. And oh my gosh, I need to tell you, he's the king of mini crits. Anyways, the Boston Basher, A tier. Really fucking good if you know how to hit things and not miss. Also good for building Uber for medics as well. Its downside is secretly an upside if you know how to use it right. The Cleaner's Carbine. I'm gonna have to put it in, again, B plus tier. It's slightly better than a normal SMG because you get, like, a mini flog, basically. You just do a bunch of damage, and then after that you right-click, you do a bunch of mini crits back. Not as good as Girardi, though, but hey, it's kind of fun. Ooh, man. No, that's not the man treads. Fuck, it's... Basically, these boots do, rocket jump resistance. You get to do more rocket jumps. Stock wrench, D tier. It's really boring, really slow, will not help you at all. The Pretty Boys pocket pistol, C tier. No, actually B tier. It provides health. It helps you get out of situations, but what prevents it from being B plus or A minus is its damage vulnerability when active. So, whoop-de-doo. The Force of Nature. It has to be A tier. It's really fun to knock people off of cliffs and also do burst damage. Like, you can, like, 3-shot heavies with this thing. Soda Popper, slightly worse Force of Nature. It used to have the ability to do mini crits, but, yeah. Yeah, Valve fucked that thing up. Anyways, what is this, a conch? I think that's a conch. Hang on, let me go check. Yeah, I think it's a conch. Okay, good. The conch has to go to A plus tier. It saved me many times, and I don't need a medic. Wee booties, really fun for demo man. I have to put on A tier. It's it's even fun without the whole demo knight thing. It's just, mm, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful weapon with beautiful stats. The I think this is the Cyclops. I think that's what this is called. No, wait, that's a different. No, I don't think that weapon even exists. Anyways, it has to go to C tier. Pills are hard to hit, basically. Yeah, pills are really fucking hard to hit with this thing. But it's good for destroying buildings. That's why it's not lower than C. The Diamondback. Ooh, it's going to be controversial, but it's going to go to A plus tier. It's really good. Really good. But Ambassador is still better, which is S tier. And the reason why? You don't need to risk your life getting crits for the Ambassador. That's what sets it apart from the Ambassador. The buffalo steak sandwich. I'm sorry, it's just F tier. It's self-explanatory. I love the shield. It's going to B tier. Extra damage and a whole bunch of fire resistance. Um, I remember. I forgot half the names for these things. Fuck. But this thing is going to go to C tier. It's okay. It's okay at what it does. The neon. Oh wait, no, the banana. I love the banana. Banana gets A minus tier. It's really good for heavy. You can share it. It recharges faster. It restores 100 health. It's a faster sandwich, basically. Um, the Neon Annihilator is going to have to go to B tier. If Valve decided not to neglect water in this game, it would have gone higher. Or if you can throw Girardi and make Pyro go mad, that would be cool. The family business really good for Fat Scout. Really good for Fat Scout. Nothing else, but it deserves a B plus tier because of looks and gameplay. The stock knife, I'm sorry to say, but it's E tier. While it's really strong and it's fun to use, none of its stats help me to get out of there. The Fists of Steel, I like it. However, it's going to go to C tier because because the damage vulnerability on melee doesn't make sense. It's made of steel, like armor. So yeah. The stock grenade launcher, it's going to go to B tier. It's really, really good for spamming. That's about it. Just spamming. Minigun, just a stock minigun. S tier because you get to shred your enemies without any downsides. Really, it's good. It's good as hell. The stock pistol, throw that in the trash. Just throw it in the trash. Um, the third degree, I would say, is a reskin with stats. And for that, it's going to go to F tier. It's boring as hell. Its upside barely does anything. It's the worst weapon in the game despite being a direct upgrade. The black box, the only rocket launcher allowed to say the N word, is going to. It's going to go to. Hmm. It has to go to C tier. It's good. It's just the clip size penalty kind of negates its potential. Alright, let's look at the DeLucas bar. You know what? This is controversial, but it's A tier. It's a solid utility to get 50 extra health, and it's a good healing source for you and your teammates. The Leringer, the Legere, however you pronounce it, I would have to put it in A tier. Because it does help me get out of situations. It still does good enough damage, even though the damage penalty it has, and it just looks cool. Um, that's all I have to say for that. The stock fists, you know what? Controversial, but it's B plus. It's nothing special. It's literally just fists. Does a fuck ton of damage. That's all I have to say. Ooh, this shotgun is going to the D tier because on Pyro its stats don't even fucking work at all, and on Soldier it's almost impossible to use. You might as well just use a stock shotgun or rocket launcher. The Scotsman's head cutter, it's going to go to A plus tier if you know how to use it. Because on demo night, it is like the speed penalty negates itself with the wee booties. That's a reskin, I think. Ooh, the Dead Ringer. Ooh, controversial opinion, but it's A plus tier. It's still really good after the nerf. It's good for getting out of situations I don't want. It's an extra life, basically. If you're good enough, you can even fool the enemies thinking you're dead, which is the kind of the point of it. Anyways, let's look at the shortstop. Shortstop, I would have to say again D tier. It does okay damage, just not good enough. And the shove mechanic is useless. Its reload speed is slow as hell, and yeah. The Spicicle is going to go to A minus tier. It's good to hate pyros with, basically. Heatman's Hate Maker, it's E tier. Its upside doesn't matter much at all. The Sun Vow is going to be B plus tier. I love to be able to see my enemies, so that's good. The Hulon Heater has to go into B tier. It's not the worst minigun, but it's not the best. It's just in the middle of the road. It's good for a spy deterrent, though. Ah, yes, the funny Joju mean fuck off. The, the Frontier Justice has to be the eight, like the, it's the golden savior of the engineer. It's really good if you just want to kill people a lot. Once you get your crits built up, I don't know, before the hitbox of this thing was fixed, it was like S tier, but I'm going to move it to A tier. It's still really useful, just not as useful as it before. It used to be S tier, but now it's A plus tier. Oh yes, the buff banner, the first of the banners. It's again controversial opinion, A tier. I get a lot of use out of this thing actually, and it's really fun. It's really fun to just mini crit. The panic attack. I think I'm having one. Anyways, the panic attack is going S tier as well. Good shotgun, does slightly more damage when you go up close. It's a great alternative to the stock shotgun. The Uber Saw D tier, like sure other medic players would say this is like S tier weapon and stuff, but I die a lot with this thing. So yeah. No, it's just no, it's D tier, it's trash. The extinguisher is going to be A minus tier because it does a lot of damage, it's good for combos, it's the whole shebang. The cloak and dagger is going to go to S tier because I get to camp inside of your base. Have fun knowing that. The stock sticky launcher is going to go to B tier. It's in the middle of the road. I already explained that. I think that's a reskin. That's a reskin. The Tomislav. Tomislav A plus. Not as good as the stock minigun, but it's good for mid to long range. But the slower firing speed puts it back from S tier. Ooh, the sticky jumper. I have a lot of fun with this one. Just soaring through the air above my enemies and just terrorizing snipers. It's beautiful. The Fan of War is going to go to A tier because of the mini crits you get from it. Beautiful. The Kunai is just going to go to E tier. I die a lot from this thing. The less health is not worth it. And, sure, I get more health once I backstab, but I alerted the entire enemy team when I do backstab someone. So, yeah. Cow Mangler, it's going to go to S tier. I do not fight engineers as soldier much, so, infinite ammo is great, and right-click spam is also great. The dragon... Oh, wait, no. The classic has to go to E tier. It's really fun to use, but sadly, it's not good. It's not good at all. No, it's not good. It's not good at all. Anyways, Dragon's Fury. Oh my gosh, we still have a lot of weapons to go through. The Dragon's Fury is going to go to A tier. It's good for burst damage. It's like a shotgun for Pyro, basically. Like, I know Pyro has a shotgun already, but, it's a fire shotgun. You know what I mean. The the shortstop. No wait, that's what this weapon is called. But the winger. There it is. The winger is going to go to B plus tier. It's good for jumping height. Bad for everything else. Very situation. That's what every TF2 player says. Very situational. It's like one of their favorite vocabulary words. Brass Beast, A minus. Damage output is great. Great for defense or very slow pushes if you have support. The KGB. KGB has to go to B tier. No C tier. While you do get crits, when you kill someone, the enemy team could just run away. Only good on like medieval mode. The no, that's not the charge and charge. That's the Tide Turner. It's going to be A plus tier because of the control you get. You get to just steer your charge. I guess it's a ship wheel, so yeah. The quick fix has to be S tier because it's just really good for healing and gathering Uber charge. Sure, the Uber charge is not as strong as stock, but it's still way better than the Kritzkrieg's Uber. The base jumper is going to go to D tier. It's fun as hell to use, especially with the airstrike, but you're just sitting in the air basically. The danger shield. I never use this thing. I never fucking use this thing at all. It's going to F tier. I never find a situation where this thing is useful. Why does it exist? Anyways, this thing is going to go to E tier. Sure, get the spam. You get to spam shit at your soldiers and enemies. You go like right click spam. Haha, funny. It's just it's not that effective. Market Garner. It's not effective, but it's fun as hell when you get a crit from it. That's all I have to say. The stock rocket launcher. It's going to go to B plus. Really good, really good, really good for damage. That's all I have to say. Really good for damage. Um, the gunslinger has to be an A tier weapon. Just turn your sentry into a slightly more annoying little brat. Has fun. The escape plan. I barely use this thing to be honest. It's C tier. It's good for speed, I guess, but that's about it. The flare gun. It's A minus tier. If I know how to use this thing, it's A tier. But you get to crit your enemies from far distance. It's good, I guess. Eureka effect. Another S tier weapon. It's good for teleporting around. It's good for setting up base. It's good for being sneaky, I guess you can say. I forgot the name of this weapon, but it's going to be D tier. No, actually it's slightly better than the Kritzkrieg. Its Uber is slightly better. You get to switch types of damage resistances basically. Fuck. I'm having a stroke. The jet pack for Pyro, I believe it's called, is going to go to A tier. Really good for mobility. And also that taunt kill is just it's just the icing on top, you could say. Gas Passer, controversial opinion, but I think it's actually kind of decent. I know. This actually saved, I have to say, this saved me a lot from really dumb spies. I have to put this in B plus tier. I know, this is crazy. The Phlogistinator, the Flog, A plus. One of the best flamethrowers for pyro. Not as good as the shit. Uh, like it's even better than the Dragon's Fury in my opinion. Yeah. The crossbow is going to be D tier. I know it's the holy grail of medic mains. I just don't get that much use out of it. The bone saw, it's even worse. It's F tier. Never fucking use it all. Ooh, the man melter. S. No, not S tier. It's A minus tier. It's really good. It's really good. At least for me. Um, the Girardi, the piss. I love it. It's S tier. It's really good for just being funny. The back burner is going to be D tier. It's hard to sneak up on players. They can just turn around as well. Yeah. Ooh, the bushwhacker. The bushwhacker. It's going to be S tier. Look at that. And this is the battalion's backup. Battalion's backup. It's going to go to F tier. Its passive upside sucks, and its banner upside sucks as well. So yeah, more health and more speed is not good for soldier. You have a rocket launcher to do that. You have a rocket launcher that heals people to do that. Anyways, this is the baby faces blaster. It's actually really decent still. You just need to learn how to dodge things to get good at it. The Blutsauger. It's going to go to B plus tier. It's really good to heal stuff. It's really good for battle medic, but that's about it. The milk. Moving on. The warrior spirit. D tier. It's good for damage. Nothing else. In fact, why did I even add a damage vulnerability to it? I do not know. Heavy needs that health. The flying guillotine. It's an E tier. It's hard to aim. It doesn't do that much damage. Yeah. However, the sharpened volcano fragment is S tier because it does fire. It does damage over time, and as a bonus, it looks cool as hell. The stock sapper, I guess it's okay. It's like A tier. It's nothing special, but it does kill buildings. Gives them cancer, basically. The stock sniper rifle, it's A tier. You can kill people with it. You can headshot. Really good. Oh yes, the rap assassin. It's the same thing as the flying guillotine. Look at that. Ooh, the festive punch. I love the festive punch. It has to go to S tier. I get to troll. I get to be friendly. It's really good. The home wrecker has to be a better melee for pyro. Doesn't do as much damage, but you get to remove sappers. You're basically a pie bro, I guess you could say. Bonk atomic punch. It's going to go to B tier. Sure, you're invulnerable to enemy shots, but you slow down if you get shot too much, and yeah, you're stuck in the water. The charge and charge. It's going to go to D tier. Doesn't offer anything special unlike the other shields for Demo Man. Kind of sucks, really. The stock bat. It's just F tier. I never use this thing. Once I get like a better bat, like the Boston Basher. I like threw it away instantly. The Pomsing 6000, it's going to be D tier. It's not F tier. It's still useful for spamming. It's fun to use, just not good. The Persian Persuader, I think this is, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's going to go to A tier. Restoring charge if you hit at players or kill them, I forgot the stat, is really good. The Rocket Jumper, the Trollger weapon. It's a funny loadout. If you get the Market Gardener and the Man Treads together, really good time. S tier. The Scorch Shot. It's a really good weapon. I use it to troll and annoy players and also to fuel my flog. It's really good. Not S tier though. No, no, no. The bottle. It's just F tier. Not even good for being friendly. The Vitasaw. It's actually better than the Oversaw in my opinion because I die a lot as medic. Yeah. Wait, so this is the Persian Persuader. That is a different. Oh wait, no, no, no. Wait, is that the Shah? The Shah? Or is that the Bushwhacker? Oh wait, this. Huh? That's the Shah. You know what? I'm gonna. This is now gonna represent the Shah. It's still really fucking good. Not as good as the Bushwhacker though. So putting it there. Why do all these swords look the exact same thing? It's so confusing. Anyways, the grenade for engineer. Wait, the grenade for engineer? What? No, the grenade for demo man. It's good for trolling. Really, I love it. It's a good time. The jetpack for pyro. Wait, this is already in here. What the fuck? No, 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 no. Uh, I see this as a good knife. You get cloak. When you kill, you can run away as well. It's really good. The Bizarre Bargain, it has to be B tier. Yeah, it's not as good as. Actually, wait, no. It is as good as stock. The Ambassador. It's on the same. No, it's actually better than the Diamondback. For the sole reason you don't need to hunt for crits, basically. You can just get. You can just shoot enemies in the head. There you go. Um, I don't know. The running urgently gloves are good until they got the health penalty. So I'm gonna go to, I guess it's C tier. The whip, I don't use it. I don't use it at all. Fuck that thing. Ooh, wait, no, no, no. The cannon, the loose cannon. I love this thing. I love this. It's good for demo man. It's a good time for demo man. You get like double donks. It does a lot of damage. It's funny as hell. Yeah. The Islander has to be a plus tier. You get heads. You get to chop people's heads off. Decapitation. It's really fun as hell. That's all I have to say for that. The airstrike has to be a minus tier. Sure, it does a lot of DPS. Sure, it fires a fuck ton of rockets, but in some maps you can't even rocket jump like a 2 fort. Let's see what else. The Widowmaker. It would have to be B tier. It's very in the middle of the road, I guess you can say. The detonator, it's worse than the flare gun. It's but it's still better. It's still a good option for damage and stuff. Okay, the trash can weapon. It's the trash rocket. It's the funny trash rocket launcher. It has to be A minus tier because it's really good. It's really good at being funny. It's really good. It's just a fun time. It's just it's not reliable enough to be S though, or anything above it. The stock fire axe is going to go into the trash. I think that's the Claymore. If that's the case, it has to go to B tier. It's really just a shittier Persian Persuader. That's all I have to say. Um, Criticola. Crit Cola, slightly better than Bonk Atomic Punch. You get to do a fuck ton of damage, but there's better ways to get damage done, which is the Fan of War. Which I believe. Yep, it's above it. Okay. I never use this bat. I never find this useful at all. But it's E tier. I see some use out of it. Just no. The stock watch. It's going to go to C tier. It's slightly garbage. Instead of being able to camp in your enemy's base or like revive yourself, you just get a long duration cloak, I guess. Again, it's okay. It's okay. It's just not the best. The Jag. Oh boy, the Jag. How much can I talk about the Jag? It's A tier. A tier. A tier. Actually, no. It's even better than A tier. It's S tier. You get to build your buildings instantly, and you get to upgrade really fast. The stock shovel, it's actually kind of funny to use. It's a funny weapon. Funny weapon. There's nothing wrong with a funny weapon. The degreaser, F tier. Moving on. Natasha. It's an A tier weapon. No, A minus tier weapon. It's good at slowing people down and annoying them, but that's about it. The you may think I'm joking, but I'm not. I'm fucking not. I'm not. This pickaxe I use a lot in melees in just hand like melee only. It's really fun to use. It saved me a few times. The bison, it's actually kind of good if you know how to spam. And it's also a funny weapon. Oh yes, the piss launcher. I have to put in A tier. It's really good at mini crits. It's the mini crit machine. The Trebleman Shiv, it's really good as well. It's bleed damage. I love bleed damage actually, so I have to put it in A plus tier. The stock flamethrower, finally. It's going to go to A plus tier. It's just as good as the Flog. You get to air blast, you get to annoy the shit out of people. Um, the Sandman, it's D tier. You get to launch a ball at enemies. It's fun to use. Just not that practical, really. The stock shotgun, oh, I know where it's going. It's S tier. It's really fucking good. Really fucking good. It's fun to use at close to medium range. That's all I have to say. The Machina, it's actually a better sniper rifle. It doesn't have any actual downsides. Its only downside is a visual downside. It doesn't affect the actual weapon itself. The red tape recorder, it's okay. You tried. That's all I have to say. Sticky spam. If it's sticky spam, you're going up here. It's fun as hell to use. The Enforcer enforces jack shit, but it's still going to see. It's fun to use again. That's all I have to say. Ooh, the stock medigun. It's an A plus tier weapon. Not as good as the quick fix, but it does have an actual uber charge, so it's almost as good. The direct shit or the direct miss, it's B plus tier, tons of fucking damage. That's all you need, really. Just tons of damage. And finally, to end this thing off, the stock syringe gun is just F tier. And there you have it, folks. That's the entire tier list. Have fun with my opinions. Bye.